Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement.
Welcome back to Intermission. I am your host, Jarvis Ziggy Newsom, and you can find me on Instagram at Ziggy the Lionheart. And we got three the hard way today. We got three of us today. So
yes, sir.
We also got the forever young Marcus Griffin.
We're like the Warriors up in here, dog. We're balling. We got one sitting out, and but we're gonna keep it rolling. Marcus Griffin.
Right.
You can check me out at Marcus Griffin on Facebook, McGriff the Critic on Instagram. We just keeping it live and funky, and who else we got up in here?
We got the soul food extraordinaire,
Arlene
Mango.
What? Oh, what is that? That's a new one. Thank you. Hey, it's Elise Maine. I don't know where the soul food extraordinaire come from.
Because you like the movie. You remember that debate?
Forget you.
I thought you caught that.
You know what? Forget you.
I didn't know why you didn't catch
you.
that.
I cannot stand you. You have me acting out of character right now on this. You know what? Bring it on back. Bring it on back.
Bring it back.
Yes, it's a live poll.
I was like, what?
I'm surprised you didn't get that. I got that. I was like, ooh.
I was.
And you actually danced with it, too.
Me.
I was like,
I can't believe you. I can't believe you.
What's going on Facebook?
I can't stand any of y'all.
It's a lot going on in the world, man. It's a lot of nonsense going on in the world. But in that nonsense, we're going to talk about, what are we talking about, Golden Globes?
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
Did you suffer through that, what's that, an intro monologue?
Which one?
For the Golden Globes. Did y'all watch it?
I didn't. See, no. I cannot watch monologue anymore. Back in the day,
it's terrible.
Back in the day, it was fun to watch award shows.
It's out. The current society is hard to make.
Why don't they do like a musical number or something? Or something like nobody wants to hear monologue.
Let me tell you, the best award show when you want to look at monologue and all that is the Tonys. The Tonys, to me,
I don't think I've ever watched the Tonys.
Watch the Tonys opening. They have Neil Patrick Harris that does it.
I like Neil Patrick Harris. He's funny.
It's a full production,
and he can sing. He can dance.
It's
a
full production. Yeah. They have every show nominated do something, and it's a really good show. But I can't watch.
They should hire comedians to really kind of open that up.
Well, they had comedians, but a lot of comedians are so controversial.
Oh, they so bashing. Oh, man, whatever. People are so sensitive in society.
I mean, it's where we are now.
We need to get back in that society where we just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You say what you want to say. I'm not going to be hurt.
A little news before we talk about the Golden Globes, though.
Yes.
They're already greenlit Venom 2.
Oh, I'm excited for that because I thought that Venom was going to be terrible, and I thought it was
money.
Thought it was pretty decent, and it kind of made way more.
It don't matter how
how
horrible the movie is. If it makes the money, it gets a sequel.
Did you like the movie?
I liked it.
I thought it was. I mean,
okay. I had to watch it again.
I think it was Tom Hardy.
It wasn't great.
I enjoyed Tom Hardy. I
like him being weird. Tom Hardy saved it.
Him being weird is awesome.
I love Tom Hardy.
And him talking to himself, that's priceless, man.
Yeah.
Or him talking to the Venom voice or whatever.
The symbiote.
I didn't like how distraught he seemed. He seemed overly tortured from the very beginning. Tom Hardy in the movie.
Oh yeah, he always comes off as like he's always tortured every role.
No.
What movie? What role?
He played the twin brothers.
I thought he felt tortured in that.
One of them was, but I just like him.
Him and Rock and Roller was dope.
I haven't seen that movie in a while.
Idris Elba, Gerard Butler.
I haven't seen that movie in a while. It's been a while since I've seen that. It's been a while since I've seen it. I've seen it, but it's been a while.
That's one of the few Guy Ritchie movies that's worth watching.
Hey man, Guy Ritchie killed it with Sherlock Holmes. That's the only one I remember that he killed it with. I did like Snatch. I did. Oh, that was just Guy Ritchie? Yeah. Oh, well, back to what we were talking about. Okay. You see how we get off on these tangents, man? That's terrible.
But,
Y'all get off on tangents. I'm focused.
Oh, excuse us, Miss Focus.
And then I put one trailer on. It was just the Instagram trailer of The Punisher. What we'll talk about later on today.
Oh, you changed it? Okay. I liked the little interview, but go ahead.
Yeah, the actual trailer was he posted, but the actual trailer drops tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay,
And
I'm looking forward to that.
The show drops on the 18th.
So we can enjoy it for a whole, couple of, days, and then boom, it's gonna be canceled. To the axe with it. It's like we already know it's coming.
You never know.
No,
you never know.
If they got rid of
Marvel, when they got rid of Daredevil, I was like, oh,
that's their
nothing's
number
safe.
4 show. Daredevil was their number 4 show on Netflix.
Okay.
Not just Marvel, but
On all
All
their
the
streams.
The passion is real at the table behind Daredevil.
for them to cut it, and I was just like,
Daredevil set in motion that you was like, okay, we can do series of these characters, and man, when they cut that, I was like, oh well,
And
Jessica
then-
Jones, bye.
and then I forgot the actress that plays the blonde lawyer, that plays Foggy's girlfriend.
Oh yeah, I like her.
She was the one who said it. Like, we was in pre-production to start season 3,
Yeah.
And got the call.
and that's
Yeah,
when they
got the
called. They
call.
had the Netflix.
Gotta go home.
They had
Yeah.
Marvel execs there and doing storyboards, and they was like,
Ooh, that's like getting fired in the early morning of work.
it's like getting
That's
fired.
gotta be terrible.
Like getting fired on Christmas Eve.
Oh,
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, like
No,
uh,
Christmas.
Try to open the
you
gift.
open the gifts and you just like,
Like,
hey,
oh,
don't
pink
come into
slip.
work tomorrow. Ooh,
Well,
Fix
I
the-
say Christmas Eve because they didn't actually start pre-production yet.
that is
But
true.
you
They
knew it
getting
was
ready.
happening, so it's Christmas Day. and
Like,
you
they
get
were setting
pink
up
slip.
storyboards, so I say Christmas Eve because Christmas Eve is a
Oh well,
nice little fun.
back to the Golden Globes and
Yeah, let's go
Back to the
Yeah,
Golden Globes.
focus.
Hey, what was your biggest surprise?
Let me look at the winners.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, the fact that Spider-Man won,
I wasn't surprised at that.
I was surprised for the simple fact is that I didn't think that movie, from everything I got from Sony over the years for Spider-Man, I didn't feel like they could do a good Spider-Man movie. So that's why they was like, hey, Marvel, do you mind running Spider-Man for us? But the fact that they were able to do a successful Spider-Man film and actually have a great story thread throughout the film, I thought it was pretty amazing. And in the fact that, you had Wreck-It Ralph come out
Yeah.
and The Grinch to come
I
out.
made a few predictions, and I was off on a few of them. But
I know
not
you was off on that one because I said Spider-Man. You said I don't think you said Wreck-It Ralph.
Isles of Dogs.
Oh, Isle of Dogs.
Isles
yeah.
of Dogs.
Yeah, I didn't think that one.
I was
I
just
mean, they'll
surprised.
go for
but
that.
the reason
They'll
why I
go
said
for
that
movies like
because
that.
you already had a comic movie, Black Panther, nominated for something.
Mhm.
Then even though it's animation, it's still a comic kind of thing. I was thinking
They were like,
they're not going to do. Even though they snubbed Black Panther, so
That is
I
true.
don't think Black Panther should have won anything anyway,
I don't know.
In my
because it was just a feat to be nominated.
You know
I mean, I
what?
hate people saying that.
I will
but
say this: maybe cinematography.
But
Yeah.
man,
But there was so much
it was
stuff
so much other
outright
stuff.
this in 2018 that was so beautifully done,
Right.
image wise.
Did Aquaman miss the deadline
Yeah,
cut off of
yeah,
that?
I missed
Okay,
that.
so will it
Yeah.
get on this next one?
He may. They were saying though
He may, but we also got you got to think it's going to be a lot by the time the next Golden Globes. He's got to deal with.
No,
'Cause
but
I've heard
but I think for the Oscars, there's only
He's mad at that.
80 people who vote for the Golden Globes, and there's like 2,000 who vote for the Oscars.
Yeah.
So right now, if you didn't see it, you're seeing it now, and they may like whoever won. It's not a guarantee gonna win the Oscar.
That's true.
So
Right.
it may be a shakeup. I was just happy to see Regina King.
Oh, get some love finally.
Well, hey, she got,
Decades of work.
but she still get a. She won something last.
She
year.
doesn't get
This is our first Golden Globe.
Golden
win.
Globes. She won.
No, she won the Emmy
for
the, Netflix.
the
show.
Netflix show.
Oh, 7 seconds.
But it's
right?
amazing that she's finally getting that love because she's been putting in quality
And she was
work
nominated
for.
for two. She was nominated for 2 awards for this series, something else, and then she was nominated for the movie Bill Street
the
Can
series
Talk.
7 seconds.
I think it was 7 seconds.
Yeah.
But I like it.
So-
I like her. I like her.
So yeah, that's a mini series.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I didn't even worry about miniseries. I just only did movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because she was one of those ones that I felt also like Mahershala because Mahershala won for Green Book.
Mhm.
yeah.
Didn't
Supporting
see
actor.
Green Book, but I know he's acting as always.
I mean, it's a good movie.
How
Like
about I
said,
didn't know
the
Vigo was the lead actor in that? I did not
You
realize.
didn't know that was Viggo Mortensen?
No, I knew it was Vigo Mortensen.
knew-
I didn't realize that it was. He was the lead,
Oh,
and
you-
Mahershala was.
oh,
I
the
didn't
secondary.
supporting. I was surprised. I was
think
like,
they kind of teeter-totter that. You know how they do with
like
some of those
deciding
movies?
who's gonna who's.
You know,
yeah.
they was like, so you can improve your chances. We'll make you a supporting character and kind of enlist you. It was another movie. It's a few movies like
because
that.
technically, if you look at, I think Vigo has slightly more screen time,
Yeah, that's probably true.
and then
That's probably why
and then Vigo has more. What's the word I'm looking for? He's done more box.
More
office.
name value.
Yeah, more name value.
Okay.
Mahershala's up there. He's
That is true. He's been a
rising
quiet
I
guy.
just was surprised. I think it could have
Vigo-
easily been either way.
Because he could have been lead too, yeah.
Vigo is because I think this is probably done even before Moonlight, maybe even,
No.
or maybe right around because Moonlight just won last year.
That is true.
Oh, no, it was year before for Moonlight,
No,
wasn't
no,
it?
that was last year.
You saying no? We're in 2019 right
It
now.
won last year. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you talking about 2017? Yeah.
It came out at the end of 17.
17.
End of 17.
So you saying 1 in 18?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, you know when they had the Oscars in
the Oscars
18, yeah,
is
it
in
won.
February.
Yeah.
Really?
It won last year.
Oh, okay. Child.
Great movie, by the way. But he's been killing it. Hey, he's
Right.
killing it. And then
And
he
so-
coming out with True Detective. Ooh,
Yeah, that's what I'm excited.
He's flaming, man. All he gonna do is get a comic book movie up under his belt. Man,
I
he's
didn't
about
think
to
he's
be.
gonna suffer an L with that lead about an angel, but
Man, it looks interesting.
it looks interesting.
And they moved it to March. I thought that was interesting.
But they keep moving it though.
But I'm like, you moved it to March, and it's improving. When I see a film moving when it's getting closer into like the summer release box office, I feel like that's like, okay, we're confident that this movie's going to test well. It's going to make its money because usually in
I don't think
February.
his role's gonna be too big in that movie. I think it's like
Yes, I don't think it's gonna hurt him.
But I
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
but I don't
that's
think it's
interesting.
gonna. I don't think it's gonna have that much screen time to where it's
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know
Yeah,
he
he's
was
the villain.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I'm
Yeah.
actually really now. I'm really
You see the
interested.
trailers?
Like I
Yeah,
said, you
he's the
say
villain.
move closer to the summer, but I think it's the opposite because we saw the same effect with X-Men,
Mm-hmm.
Dark Phoenix. That was supposed to come out in May of this past year. It got moved to September, got moved to December, got moved to March. And now
That-
when is it coming out?
I feel like that's
Yeah.
a whole different other realm for that movie, and just the whole Marvel buyout thing is going on.
Alita's had 2 moves already.
I didn't know it had 2. I thought it only had 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
I think Alita was originally supposed to come out.
December, and then they moved it to February, and then they moved it to March.
Yeah. So
But I'll take it. I'll take
I'm
it.
like, something doesn't sit right with me.
I'll take it. It's going to come back with old Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel, whatever her name is.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel,
Captain
and then
Marvel.
there was Miss
Miss
Marvel.
Marvel.
You know.
Yeah.
You killing me. Killing me.
Oh man, what are people saying?
Oh, what else about the Golden Globes?
Yeah,
we
see,
didn't finish talking about
we
the
have
Golden
a poll up. We didn't see what they have on their poll.
Yeah, what's going on with the poll?
You have the-
Elijah.
Y'all want to see the results?
Yeah. What's going on?
All right.
It says for us. It says
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
poll results are hidden.
But I thought the Golden Globe was pretty interesting to me, honestly.
I only watched for the only thing I saw was Carol Burnett's speech, which I think was really nice, and then I just listened, try to catch the winners, but I wasn't.
I
Trying
just
to watch
catch the
it.
winners. That's
I
all I
wasn't
really
trying to
wanna
watch
do.
it.
I wanna just
No,
catch the
I wasn't
winners.
trying to watch it.
I just wait till it's over. I get online and I look up the winners.
They really should
Yeah.
change the format of how they do these movies.
Some people said yes, it was a good movie year, and 25% say no.
I'll take it. Aquaman, put it over the top. Yeah. Shout out to Aquaman. Riding on a seahorse.
What? No,
Man, that was dog. I almost threw
Yeah.
my icy at the screen. I was like, oh no, he
You on a seahorse?
No, he didn't just jump on a seahorse. I said, you gone, boy. He was gone. I mean, I love Aquaman. I
He
don't
can't
care.
look, take your drink. Yes.
I don't
sip
care
your
what
drink.
nobody says. You were not
Exactly.
gonna kill my high. I love Aquaman.
I didn't say it was a
Thank
bad
you.
movie.
I
I
feel
didn't
like-
say it was a bad movie.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Listen,
I
I was so mad I wasn't here last week.
I had the most
I was
fun
so
in
mad.
Aquaman that I had in a long time. It reminded me when I first saw the original Raimi Spider-Man. It was just like it fully recognized what type of movie it wanted to be, and it didn't mind going there with the when he had the original like the webs in his. I was like, oh, let's get it. This dude running around in a Green Goblin. I was like, let's go for it, man. This movie was awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, I wanted to be here so bad last week when y'all were just talking about not you, because you weren't here.
I needed to be here to
when
defend it.
these two fools talking about Aquaman is like, well,
I said it was a good movie. I
When he
said
put
it wasn't
that-
I
great.
felt like I had to come defend myself.
I wanted to come too, man.
I was like,
what you talking
how
about?
long would it take me to get here to defend myself? I'd have
I
bust
said
through.
it was a good movie. I just said it wasn't great.
For 28, for what? But see, you're looking at franchise.
I'm looking at DC.
But I'm looking at for 2018. Just focus on what came out for 2018.
Infinity War.
I didn't ask you to run it down.
Solo.
See, I ain't
It's
asked for all
better than
that.
Solo.
I ain't asked for all that.
It's better than a lot of films because if
but-
you go
but-
back and you take your own bias out the film and you stop and because when you go into a DC movie, I don't care what people say, you go already pre-programmed to nitpick this movie,
And
it's a
also
lot
as
of
a
people
comic
that's
fan,
going.
you're gonna
It's a
nitpick it.
lot of people gonna
Absolutely.
go in there and be like, oh, it didn't do this or it didn't do this.
Every comic book movie.
And so, but you're never gonna be happy. See, that's the thing. You're not gonna be happy.
I know we have to do an ad, but look, 5 years ago, you tell me that Aquaman is about to make $1 billion.
Now that
He
I
has
wouldn't
his.
see.
Yeah,
They have all the
for
comic book,
Aquaman, yeah,
all the
yeah,
comic book
right.
accurate costume attire, and I'm not thinking that this is the funniest shit ever. And I'm thinking this, man, this is one of the best movies of 18. Oh man,
What's the dialogue? The dialogue was corny.
I don't care.
You
I
know
don't
what,
care about-
Howard? Since you're not here, I don't want to hear Aquaman being. I can
All right,
hear
all
us
right,
saying it.
before we go
Go
on,
for that. Go for that.
let me
Go for that.
to
Because
the
I'm
ad.
about to get on this dialogue.
All right. This portion of the show is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month. And 39% of adults say they don't have enough savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463 or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask us how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Iron Man 2, forced dialogue. Iron Man 3, forced dialogue with that
No one
kid.
said, but no one
I
said
can go through
they were good movies.
Don't give me corny dialogue when I was entertained. Don't give me corny dialogue because I can go through all these comic book movies and say they have some of the most atrocious dialogue ever, man.
And and like I said, from what we received, entertainment-wise in movies, just for 2018,
Off the chain.
and then what DC has put out before, currently, this was a good movie.
DC's 3 for what? 3 for 5?
This is a good movie. So
I'm gonna tell you right
3
now,
for 6.
you can throw that suicide because you know what? If you look at the early part of Marvel films, a lot of the movies started off cool, but it was always the third act that was like the downfall of a lot of Thor. That fight with the Destroyer was trash. Captain America, when him like going through these montages and flying through the Hydra base was so corny looking. Then you go through like the end of Iron Man 2 when they're flying around having this shooting battle. I mean, it's always been a fall off, but you look at Suicide Squad, it was actually a decent movie until it got to the end and it fell off.
now,
No.
see,
No.
It was a decent movie
see,
till it got
I
to
was
the
rocking.
end.
I was
No.
rocking with you too. No,
I'm talking about a decent movie as in, okay, that's
Suicide
entertaining.
Squad was bad. Suicide Squad was
The
bad.
Witch alone
Was bad.
That's what I'm saying. That's the worst part of it. That's when we got
No,
to
the
the end.
whole entire witch
Yeah.
situation was bad.
Oh, the whole witch situation
The
was
only
crazy.
thing I can pull out was I like 3 things in the movie: Will Smith,
Oh, he was awesome. John Courtney. I like John Courtney.
Harley Quinn, and I actually liked
Jared Leto.
I liked him.
I liked it. I wish
But
they.
what they did, and I liked Viola Davis as a villain, but
She would have been so dope if they did Amanda Waller right. She'd been so dope.
Right.
but
But on to the next, whatever.
yeah.
Hey, forget all y'all. It's all
Yeah,
good.
Facebook's calling it trash.
Well, guess what? There's.
I mean-
I hate that people use that word trash. Trash is just like the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise after the second movie.
Okay,
Trash
okay.
is like the later half of the Transformers movie. Trash is like the happening. Do not put Aquaman in that category.
They're not putting
no, they're
that
talking
in
about Suicide Squad.
Oh, I thought. Oh,
Whew, calm down.
I was about to
calm
throw the
down.
flames, man.
Calm down. They was about to
You
fight.
see?
Pull out the torch. No, y'all.
You see, this is what I have to deal with, y'all.
Oh, so this what we doing? This what we
Even as
doing?
bad Suicide Squad was, I'm not putting it in the super trash.
I'm putting no.
Box, I'll put
It's trash. Suicide Squad is going in the trash with Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Justice League was horrible, man. I did not like that movie. I was
'Cause-
just mad. I even saw this. It was so even.
Okay,
in
so
its
Suicide
animation.
Squad can be in the trash. Justice League can be sitting on top. Like
It's on the beam.
you know that plate you don't want anybody to see. You put it.
Oh, that is that 3 you shot with the.
You know how you
paper
turn
ball
it
and
over
it's
and you just
like
rest
sitting
it
on the
right
thing?
here.
Oh,
They're just trying
But
to
like I
set
said,
up for other stuff.
I'm a comic book guy. Everyone knows this. I almost work.
yes.
But
yes.
like I said, I will call out Marvel's bad movies. I can call them out right now. The first Captain America, the last 2 Iron Man, the first 2 Thors. Guardians 2 was blah.
that was some trash. I
That was
hated
rough.
how
and go look at the Rotten Tomato score. Of that
I don't follow Rotten Tomatoes
Yeah,
like
I-
that. But that
Was
Guardians
blah.
2
Ant-Man
was
2 was blah.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah,
It was cool.
I'm not gonna say
Go
blah.
back and watch
I kind of liked it. It wasn't great, but I kind of liked it
The
because
action was
it's setting up for
generic.
other stuff. So they're trying to set things up. So I
The
liked
action was
it.
so generic in Ant-Man.
Yeah, no,
No.
It was good.
What fight do y'all remember that's memorable?
When they first encountered Ghost. The
Oh,
first time they
when
encountered
it
Ghost.
was in the bank.
Yeah.
That was cool to you.
First of all, I need to address. See, I can't-
So I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes. And
Howard, stop telling me that I'm tripping. You know what? We're gonna have a battle. See, Howard gonna make me. We're gonna battle.
Jada said we tripping too. Jada, why we tripping?
Guardians 2 was great.
Now, Jada. See,
Y'all didn't put the
I
Ganji down
thought
over
we.
there.
I thought we had a
It's
bonding.
an 83. That is criminal.
I thought we bonded.
That is a crime.
Jada, I thought we
that
bonded on Aquaman, but I cannot say Guardians
Wow.
2
The
was great.
force- you talking about dialogue being forced? Manta is the worst written character I've ever seen in my life.
Guardians was not solid though.
Manta, whatever her name is. Oh, she is terrible, man.
The Manta, the little, I mean,
Yes, the little Asian character that they threw in there.
Mantis.
Mantis.
Oh, crap. Ugh.
But
Really?
but thing
Really?
is, but
Really?
But thing is, I
That's
enjoyed her in
laughable.
Infinity War. I enjoyed her in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she had, what, 2-3 lines?
No, she had
20
more
lines?
than that. She had more than
Well, I
that.
mean,
What she
when
say?
you got
Oh,
this,
Drax, oh, you were
There, but
standing there.
that's the thing though. With Infinity War, you had so
So
much
many.
going on.
you wasn't gonna have
No
was gonna
one,
have,
no one character had this long dialogue. There was too much. There
She
was a
served
lot
her
going.
purpose
You
and
had the
she
most
bounced.
dialogue
You
between
gave her more dialogue
Iron
and
Man.
She was garbage.
no, no, not really. Iron Man, but Red, whatever her name is, and her man,
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch, and
You know who
and
had the most dialogue in Infinity War? Thanos.
And I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did.
makes sense.
yeah.
He deserved that dialogue.
And it was right though, and they complimented with each comment his dialogue against other characters perfectly.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, I'm crazy. Oh man, I ain't
A friend of
crazy.
mine said, "I'm doing a watch party." She says, "Justice League, put the trash on it." And
Hey,
she
Howard,
fell asleep twice.
Howard, if you listen to what I say, I've said multiple times that dialogue was not the greatest, but it did not detract
And
me
then
from the movie.
we talked about before the show. The score was bad in Aquaman.
yeah, the
music
score
was
wasn't
bad.
the greatest, but it was just like it. I'm trying to tell people the constant flow was story was cool. The graphics, the CGI was amazing to me.
All right, so
That-
tell me
that-
what
that's- that
bad
Trent
movies have
scene-
DC done?
Suicide Squad can be thrown in there, and Man of Steel, not Man of Steel, but Justice League can be thrown in there, and the later half of Batman v Superman can be thrown in there. That whole
The
ending-
later half.
yeah, the ending half of that movie is just like
Okay. Cause see, that's the argument I have with most people who take sides. Like most people can't admit which ones are bad. I can tell you which ones are bad. I have no problem. Like I said, I don't even think Black Panther's that great.
I after watching Black Panther again like this holiday season, I have to agree.
I love
It
what it
doesn't hold up.
I love what it does for the culture,
Yeah, I agree.
but the movie itself isn't that great.
Y'all can hate me. You can hate me now.
I still think it was a really good movie. It was a great movie.
Yeah, he did lose a lot of credit for that Pitbull song on Aquaman.
That did make me mad. I was like, who is this
Bro.
rapping? I was like, who
Bro,
is this?
Pip, you got a Pip.
I was cool with it, man.
You know we're done with Facebook.
Nitpick
Live.
it, man. All right, Facebook Live. It was nice talking and chatting, y'all. You know what to go ahead and share the show. Give us a like. What's going on? Oh, there we go. You know where y'all can find us. Google Play, iHeartRadio, iTunes. Do people still get on iHeartRadio?
Yeah.
I heard they were going on a bankrupt.
Focus.
Okay, back to the thing. Check us all on the visuals on YouTube. I always tell people to check us out on YouTube because I think that needs to get more views. I want to see all the beautiful faces that's watching out there. But go ahead and subscribe, but also become a Patreon member. Do a one, single donation to support the show, or you can be a monthly subscriber and become, be part of that exclusive, that elite.
Yeah,
Give that exclusive first.
If you become a subscriber
Features.
monthly, you get a little bit more bonus content.
Yeah.
'Cause I want to start coming up here and just talking about random movies.
We might even do another show, an extra show.
I think
for
one
those
thing I'm
people.
gonna start doing for the Patreon people is I'm gonna give them a marathon to watch per week.
Mm.
It can be based on robots. It may be based on aliens. It may be all Christopher Nolan. It may be all David Fincher, stuff like that. Because that's what I do a lot of my times. I'll put a marathon and that'll be my weekend thing. So I might do that for you.
I wish
Patreon
I can
people.
just. I wish I can dedicate that much time. I've been trying to watch.
Someone asked me,
the
"How do you
trilogy
watch
of
all that
Lord
stuff?"
of the Rings for the longest, and I'm just like, I
How
have
can
not.
you? How is it that you haven't? Though?
I've been
I don't
wanting. No, I'm not talking.
understand.
No, I've seen it, but I want to go back to it and watch it and see if it holds up and I still haven't got back to it.
It still holds
That
up.
movie's phenomenal, man. That's another one. I think
But you know,
that set
and we can get. I wonder if they made it right now, would it hold up?
Real people.
Oh,
well, deuces. Bye, y'all. I'm sorry, we didn't go into another conversation.
We're gonna keep talking. Make sure
Yeah.
you,
Hey, tune off air.
make sure you check us out, when the episode drops, or
YouTube.
you cut me out.
All right, Elijah. Cut us off then. Whatever. Bye.
Yeah.
But yeah, back
Fuck
what we
my
was talking
couch.
about. Back what we was talking about. What were we talking about?
Oh,
I got
just try.
sidetracked.
Well, the marathons and stuff like that. Trying to dedicate time. Honestly, I've probably since Christmas, I've been reading a lot more. I've read like 4 books since Christmas because,
proud of you.
I hate myself that I don't read, and I'm gonna.
like I say, if
I'll
I
take
had
that L.
access to read more, I would. And so my wife got me a Kindle.
Oh, so you sitting down with the old school and just really just
I mean, I like to feel a page turn too. So that's one thing about me. But she got me the Kindle, and I was reading. Like I said, I'm on book 4 now.
See, and that's the problem with me. It's just like we're in a time of information, and it's just so much other stuff that I do that I can't dedicate something like my time to reading where I should. From wanting to watch, I like to keep up with sports.
Then what
with
you
fishing.
do is you do an audiobook.
That's the thing about it, but it's like I would have to delete doing something else that I like doing.
When you're driving, just pop it in.
See, that's why I listen to my podcast, and
you can make time for anything you want to make time for.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to. See, that's the thing about it.
You see what I did? You see what I did right there?
But that's what I'm saying. If you listen,
you see what I did right there?
But if you listen to the first part, I said that I have so much time doing other stuff I like doing that I don't want to dedicate time to reading where I know I should.
Then stop it right there.
That's what I was talking about.
You don't want to dedicate.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I wish I had a want to read, but it's just like I don't want to. And that's the thing about it.
Want. So I started off saying I'm gonna take an hour before bed and read. No TV, maybe some music.
I mean, it's like I read stuff, but I don't read like books and stuff like that. I like read stuff on the internet and stuff like that.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You don't
No,
wanna
I'm talking about read stuff like I'm like reading up on articles or like behind the sets visits and
I don't
stuff
know
like that.
why.
But it's like I'm not reading books and stuff.
Y'all remember that Magnificent episode of the Boondocks where Riley walked into the house?
Boondocks.
Riley walked into the house.
You caught me off guard because I haven't watched Boone. I'm telling
that's
you,
one
it's
of
so
my
much
He sits
knowledge.
at home and just like.
That's one of my
I wish I
marathons.
had. It's so much. It's from raising a child on top of having a girlfriend. You have to dedicate time to. To me, finding the things I like to entertain. To the sports podcast, I have to watch sports on top of the podcast and keeping up with all. It's
Wait.
hard to like find time.
So
to do
you
this
saying
stuff.
having a girlfriend is hard?
No, it's not. No one said it's hard, but it said when my time is being dedicated.
You see, same way I didn't
you
catch
were
soul
talking
food. Same way I didn't catch soul food. He didn't catch that.
But you
so
saying,
Yeah, he didn't catch
he
that.
didn't catch it. So.
having a girlfriend.
You're
is
like
hard?
having a
He's
girlfriend to
married.
dedicate time to and stuff.
But I'm just like, yeah, you have a wife, but I can still equate it to still being a hard time because it's like, yeah, you have a wife that you have to,
So
one-on-one.
what
But
we're
it's like I
saying
still
at the
have
table is Erlene's the only one who has time because I have nothing going on in my life.
I
So-
wasn't trying to take no.
I know
oh,
you wasn't.
No,
Child,
I
please.
was Jarvis taking a shot at you because you ain't got no?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just.
I was like, this messed
Wait,
up.
it's a counseling session at the table.
Tell you, man.
These people so
So how
mean.
did this comment make you feel?
I don't know. No.
But anyways,
Oh,
the
well.
next episode was you was talking about reading, and Riley walks into the house. Mr. Thug and his entourage. Hey, Huey walks into the house because Riley's already there.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hey, little man, tell me you be reading and shit. Congratulations. Did you just congratulate me for reading?
Hey,
Yes.
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And
People
that's
don't
what
do
made
it
me
anymore.
think about it. And he was like, I be reading, not books and shit.
Hey, I gotta keep it real, man.
So we talked about Golden Globes.
Okay.
We talked about our love-hate for DC and Marvel movies in 2018. Hey, just, call it what it is.
I called it a good movie.
Call it what it is. So talking about Marvel and DC. Captain Marvel had a new trailer that dropped.
I was surprised
really
by it.
excited
I thought it was pretty dope. Did you like? You didn't like it?
I've seen so many of those trailers now. I'm just ready for the movie to come
Well,
out.
yeah,
So-
that was the last one.
Okay.
No, there's one more coming out in February.
See,
they
I'm
said.
just like, it's
I
just.
didn't-
They say it's
too
one more
much.
coming out in February. But the thing about it
Because,
is,
they only do 3.
but this wasn't considered a trailer. This is more like a special look. It wasn't classified as a trailer 3. Marvel just talked about it. They had an interview with Collider talking about they had another one coming out in February.
Yeah.
But I just personally thought it was just like more exposition of what's going on in the background. Because every time I see the trailers, it was more like flash, 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 flash. There was no dialogue.
Flash
And
fight.
this one, it was actually, okay, so she actually, is trying to be a little cocky. And then Samuel Jackson, he seems like he's more laid back and less authoritative like he is in what we known him to be. So it just like it looks like a nice little buddy cop feature. It was nice seeing how the Skrulls looked at a human and try to do a little shape shift.
Yeah, that was
cool.
pretty cool.
I thought that was pretty dope. The action looks dope in it. It sold me a little bit more on this movie than I previously had in my mind set
Cool
on it.
beans. Cool beans.
Now, you saw a couple of movies that we haven't seen.
Yes.
What movie you seen?
Y'all are slacking.
Well,
You are
one of
major
them,
I'm
slacking.
catching up
one
now.
of them isn't out yet. One of them comes
Well,
out
I've
this
already
weekend.
Oh, you saw that exclusive?
I've already seen it though.
Ooh.
You know,
We ain't all like that.
y'all ain't like me. Y'all
ain't
ain't
tricky
like
if you
me.
got it. It
Y'all
ain't tricky if
don't
you got
don't be
it.
funny. Y'all ain't like me. So whatever.
If you got it.
Now I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Right? So I saw it just came out on January 4th. Escape Room.
Yeah.
I actually liked it.
I remember we talked about the trailer when it came out.
It's not a new concept. You're going to walk into it and you're going to leave it thinking, okay, that's Saw, that's Cube. You're going to think of those kind of movies where you're put in a situation and basically you have 6 or 7 people in a room and the whole entire movie from the time you get the setup is an escape room, and it's like 4 or 5 rooms are going through, and the basis of it is they're survivors of something. That's why they're all together. And it's rich people who have rich people taste and want to see who's going to get out the room. I thought it was really, really good.
That's actually pretty shocking because I mean, if I see this and I see it as has the horror elements, I'm gonna be kind of chased off from. The fact is I like going to the escape room that they have like in the Woodlands or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm maybe a first time goer and I see this movie and I was like, maybe I
If
should
you've
go.
never
to
done an escape room and you see this movie,
it's gonna chase you around.
You're probably going to be like, hell no.
Exactly, and that's what I thought
Hell
about.
no.
I remember the first time.
But you have one character in the movie that was, he bless his heart, he did like 82 escape rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. So he's like the excited person. Everyone else is like,
No,
I'm
he
just
dies
here.
first.
I'm just here for the money
He dies
because
first.
they got this box, a cube, and they had to figure out how to open it. And it's pretty much an invitation. And if you get out, not saying if you get out first or second, if you get out, you get $10,000. And so all of them have a different motivation. One person is total introvert. Another person needs the money. Another one is an arrogant so and so.
They should put me in this movie.
Yeah.
I would have sold this movie.
Another one is a truck driver who just like, you know what, things are changing, just want to get a little nest egg. So everyone has a reason.
Okay.
And as the movie progresses, pretty quickly you figure out what's going on and what's happening. So, but they do set it up for another movie.
Another movie. What's this?
And if you think of Saw, Cube, and then you think of Final Destination.
That's what it reminds me
So
of.
it's gory with the killing.
Yes and no.
Oh,
It's just the way they set it up for another movie kind of thing.
Interesting.
Almost like you can't cheat death type of thing.
Interesting.
I think you'll like it. It's not going to be.
I'm gonna check it out.
I'm not a horror person, so I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna check it. I don't do horror.
We've had that discussion.
Okay.
You know that.
Because my premise is I'm not going to pay to be scared. I don't like being scared, so why would I pay to be scared?
I guess because I'm a
And
horror
that's how I
person.
roll. And that's how I roll.
And I'm not going to try to change it. My brother, bless his heart, will not. My mom traumatized him with hair.
But I will watch a scary movie if I heard it's extremely well.
This is
I
more
will go
suspense,
suffer.
trying to figure out who is doing all of this.
Okay.
Well, you didn't see how Haunting a Hill House?
No, he's not going to watch
Mm-hmm.
it.
You
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah,
you
the one on
liked
Netflix.
it? Yeah.
Man, it was awesome.
Okay.
I didn't finish it. I was like on episode 5. I didn't finish.
Oh my
Bro.
God. Jeez.
No, I heard. I
It's
already
almost-
read what happened. I already read what happened. I talked to the people.
You're
that
so
co-worked.
hilarious when you tell me I ain't got to watch it.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't. I don't mind being spoiled because it's
No, but you're like, I don't have to watch it.
because I feel like this is my once again podcasts and stuff like that. Eliminate the middle. They're the middleman to me saving time to watch something. Like a lot of that stuff is like, just give me the exposition. I'm like, okay, perfect. That's awesome. Cool story. I'll take it.
It's almost in the same vein of horror of Haunting of Hill House.
Okay.
It's not blood and gore like that, but it's suspenseful and has you wondering
Making
what's
sure-
going on.
okay.
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
it.
yeah. But talking about podcasts, this portion of the show is sponsored to you by The Sphere. Are you starting your own business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement advertising needs handled here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with the strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or email us over at advertiseatthesphere.tv.
Advertise at
Do
the
it.
speed.
I plan on seeing, because I posted on my Instagram, everything coming out this year.
Mhm.
And I plan on seeing at least
Everything.
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 With the exception of the little independent
Mm-hmm.
films. I'm trying to see everything.
I wish I could, man. I'm already behind. I'm still trying to catch up.
It's actually, for me, it'll be
You might as
pretty-
well just start afresh.
you should try to do it.
It's still, it's just like I just don't have the drive to go to the movies like I once did. But I will watch the shit out some TV so I can break that down.
And
all
see,
day, every day.
I don't watch as much TV.
I love it. It's my bonding time with my
fam.
girl. No, it's our bonding time because we bond over those. Because there's a lot of shows you watch. I feel like are really good, and I try to watch like the great of the great shows.
As a new
Like
show.
Empire?
Oh, I don't watch Empire. That show is a travesty. I
I don't
swear to
watch
God
it
on my
either.
life, that movie's terrible. That show, I don't even know what season it is. I fell off. I fell off when they started doing
Netflix and Hulu stuff.
I fell off. I started watching this. I did start watching this show. What is it called? Oh God, the Goldbergs.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Yeah,
Man, that,
yeah.
we even watched that with my son. I don't know why he wants to watch that.
What's the
movie,
other
we watch
show
it.
around the time? What? Fresh Off the Boat?
That's hilarious
Is it funny?
too.
Okay, then okay,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
another one I had to
That is
Fresh Off the Boat.
hilarious.
And I'm so mad. I'm so mad. It's like I was watching Blackish, and it deviated and went to the next episode, and that's when the what's the show I was just talking about? God dang it.
Goldberg.
The Goldbergs came on, and I got trapped by it. I'm like, oh, the show's good. And I keep watching
Yeah,
it.
Goldbergs
I'm like,
is
shit, I'm supposed to be watching
Goldbergs
other
and Fresh
stuff.
Off the Boat is hilarious.
And this is why I can't catch up with movies because I'm stuck watching the Goldbergs. And I'm
Well,
like,
see,
God damn it.
here's my thing with shows. I tend to binge more.
Mhm.
Like, because we both talked about Young Justice earlier this
Oh,
week. It's
so
in
good.
season 3.
So good.
Did they release all of it? Or it's just
Just the first 3
See,
episodes.
yeah. I'm going to wait till it's done because I'm going to sit down and watch.
Oh, and watch it all the way through. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
But I'm also going to rewatch the first 2 seasons, too.
And you know another show that I'm watching is Vikings.
Howard likes
It's going
Vikings.
into their last season.
Howard's like Vikings.
Vikings is phenomenal.
Incredible. And what's going on right now?
You said this the last season?
I've already no joke.
Yeah.
I've already no joke, man. He's crazy. He's bad.
I just found a show called Sirens about mermaids on Netflix. It's a show.
about mermaids.
Yeah, living in the ocean, and then now they have to live on land. I'm like, what is
Are
this?
they transforming? what do they do? Do they grow?
Damn,
legs?
Ariel.
But it's like
Girl,
a
what you
darker
doing?
side of a mermaid. I need to watch it. I just
please
discovered it.
come back and
I just
tell us.
discovered. I'm like, what is this? That's all the.
It could be the next True
you know,
Blood popping out there.
We're going to work on the pilot. We finna work on the show. We finna make a show.
It's so
Listen,
easy. It's so easy to make a show
Let
too.
me heal from the soul food shit that you do, and then I'll work on.
That's the movie. I ain't talking about no shows.
Anyway.
It's so it's man.
I didn't say it was a bad movie.
Anyway.
It's a thirst out there for shows, man.
I also watched it's coming out on the 11th, Replicas with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did
Wasn't
not see
good.
that. Well, Keanu, you know how he is, man. He's kind of, hit and miss. John Wick only works because he doesn't talk as much. Oh, yeah, please let me see this trailer of this garbage that she speaks of.
It's not. Let me just say this.
Entertainment Studios? I never even heard of this.
I think the concept is interesting.
It's
I
a-
think the
it's
way
a-
It's a nice house.
Executed is going to be.
Is that the girl from
Alice Eve.
That is Alice Eve, hey, girl.
That's originally who I thought was
I
going
love
to be.
Alice Eve.
I thought she was going to get Captain Marvel.
She
CGCI,
should.
what do you call it? CGCI, what do we call it?
CGI?
It's awful.
It's awful.
It's awful.
Oh, man.
And see, and that,
So the concept of the movie is he's like this biological scientist or whatever, and so
Don't believe it.
he's I want to say he's either in Mexico living where he moved his family to work on funding for this project for probably private funding to work on transferring your intelligence and who you are
into a clone.
into not even a clone, into like a robot.
Oh, my God. Is this just like that movie?
Transcendence.
Transcendence? Oh.
And what happens is he's
Rip
working
off.
on it. And
What
the
other
opening
terrible-
scene, you have someone and I think they're doing it with military who's hurt type of thing. And they're able to grab your consciousness and all your memories if you've only been gone or dead about at least 7 hours, at the most 7 hours. So you transfer the intelligence, hasn't been working. The board had a meeting. They're about to pull funding if he doesn't make it work by the end of the quarter. Right. So now his family go on a trip, little weekend getaway, get into a car wreck. It's raining really bad, like almost like hurricane weather, and he's driving. His wife's next to him, and their 3 kids are in the back. Everyone dies but him. He pulls them out because they fall into like a ditch with water. He pulls them out, lays them out there, and he's like, "What I did?" And he calls his assistant to help him, and he's like, "I'm going to bring them back," because his assistant used to work on cloning. He cloned like animals over the years, and he says, "Hey, I can't do it. We always had a few issues here and there." And that's what he does. He steals equipment from his lab, clones them. In 17 days, they pop up like, what's that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
6 Day.
6 Day. It was 17 days.
Terrible.
17 days.
Hey, 6 Day was actually pretty good.
But
I'm talking about
I
this
did like
movie.
6 Day. I did like 6 Day. But
That works. See, in those type of, and this seems like that type of dialogue.
it was just his calmness of their death and his calmness of let's clone them.
it's acting. Yeah.
It was like, Keanu.
Well, I don't blame the acting. I probably blame more the director for that.
I think Keanu's just taking anything in between
Keanu.
intense movies. He's an intense actor.
There hasn't been not one movie where I've been emotionally attached to Keanu Reeves. Even in, what was that movie? Even that romantic comedy movie, was it The Lake House or whatever?
I liked that.
But he was still just wooden. It was just like, it was the acting of the woman that kind of carried it to me.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, and I was just like, he was just like,
he plays a better intense role.
Yeah, I give him that.
But
I
let's just put it like that, though. Then so that's the same thing Howard would say about Jason Momoa. They're not pulling him to do more.
Right.
And I think Matrix was like he's set. Like, I ain't got to do anything else ever again. You know what I mean? So that and John Wick, he's set. He did a romantic comedy with Winona Ryder, I want to say a year and a half ago. It was piss poor. I think it went straight to like
It's a lot of man.
Netflix.
He had that movie
But
where
it was
a samurai.
it was sort of an indie movie.
There was a movie
there
where
was
he
a
was
reunion movie.
Yeah.
He was a samurai in one movie.
I loved that.
47 Ronin.
That was good. You didn't like that?
Yeah, White Samurai just don't appeal to me.
Well,
now the Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
Explain to you why. I mean, it's White Samurai.
I like the Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
I did not like.
I liked it because
that's
they
my
explained,
issue.
but they explained it that he wasn't the last person to. See, I liked how they said it. It was just like he was going to tell of the culture of what he experienced, but he wasn't the last of that. He was.
That
just
was
going,
to
The
me
white,
was
the
not
white
the best
savior,
thing
the
for
white
him.
savior thing.
Oh yeah, that is terrible.
It's the issue that I have.
Oh, that
with
is
most
right.
movies.
Oh yeah, and I you can really equate that to a whole. bunch
It's the
of,
white savior.
It is a
Take
white savior
away
type of
your
film.
feeling about a white savior thing. You can't say 47 Ronin was a bad movie.
I can't say it was a bad movie.
It was not. It wasn't bad.
There were some elements that I did like.
Because
about it.
to me, even take away him, I liked some of the stuff in there. Like
That's what I
the
said.
dad.
The elements. Was
Yeah.
good. It was just like when I saw with this. What's the movie they just came out with? The Mortal Engines. It's the pieces are better than the whole.
No.
that movie
I can't rock with you on that one.
Oh no. Okay, guess what?
Like
47
Hiroshima.
Hey, 47 Ronin bombed too in the theaters. But what I'm trying to say is,
but not as big as.
But I think the
No,
reason
it
why
really
it
didn't.
bombed is because a lot of people do not want to see. They, in your mind, Keanu is always going to be,
oh
Neo.
He's
you know
always
what I mean?
Well, I want from Keanu. I want to take more suspense thrillers. To me, this was more sci-fi
He
thriller.
did that in his beginning of his career. Remember that movie he did where he was a villain stalking this one chick.
I
jeez.
can't remember. Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about, though. It came out
Yeah.
a few years after Speed.
yeah. But he's
The
good.
Watcher.
He's good with suspense. I want to see him go back to suspense. Like I think
Yeah, he's
sci-fi.
really good.
I think if you put a good supporting cast around Keanu Reeves, I think you can really get him.
But
in
also,
some decent roles.
you also need a good director that's gonna make him
Yeah.
do stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't even know who directed this movie. Like,
I don't know.
I don't know who
was-
directed Devil's Advocate either, but that movie was awesome.
That was awesome.
Wasn't that Scorsese?
Oh,
No,
it wasn't.
I don't think it was Skates. I can't even say his name.
It was someone big with Devil's Advocate, I think.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But you saw that movie.
Yeah, so it was. I was glad I watched it the way I watched it because are you kidding? Are you
And
kidding
how did
me?
you watch it?
Hey man, hey man.
Oh, and I'm also going. We
Telling my secret.
We usually do this on Fish and Grits.
Oh, that explains it. I'm looking at what the director, while he's done. Day After Tomorrow, The Tourist.
with
Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp.
Ooh, God, that movie was terrible. That movie.
So he kills careers, basically.
Oh yeah.
He's a career killer.
He almost
killed
Don Cheadle and Traitor.
I enjoyed that movie. It was
I
alright.
that was
okay
good.
movie.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
And on Fish and Grits, we like to do you kind of drop what's coming that you're checking out for usually. And I'm always gonna talk about this. This is a TV show that dropping tomorrow, The Rap Game. I'm just gonna say it's one of the most underrated TV shows, as in, just you connect with like the little kids that are rapping and stuff like that, just to see the celebrities that stop through. It's Jermaine Dupri hosts The Rap Game, and they compete to be.
I'm not
who's
surprised.
It's a
gonna
reality
sign.
show?
Yeah, but they actually get signed on, and there's actually been the first 4 seasons. There's 3 rappers from there that are literally legit that I still follow to this day, and I'm talking about these are like 15. They're all females at that. One girl from Houston, and I just love to see how they take the reality TV aspect, but there's actually a competition that you see the kids are actually growing popularity from, and I really respect him for doing this, and I really like how he brings like actual stars. He'll bring like Snoop, or he'll bring like maybe Eve on a show, or maybe he'll bring like actual people that we revere as being very important. So it's not a B-list type of show, but it comes on Lifetime,
Right.
and I thought it's pretty dope.
Now we got a couple of trailers right before we go.
Oh, what trailer we got?
So, Punisher 2 season 2.
Ooh, yeah.
We have that trailer, and we have one more that I am so excited about. Sorry.
I'm not surprised.
Stop it. Did you?
Ooh, January 18th,
Man,
baby.
John Bernthal, man, that dude.
But give Ben Barnes his props.
You know who John Bernthal should play if they scrap Punisher, and they say, you know what, we're gonna all the Marvel stuff's going back. He would be an awesome Ghost Rider. He would be an awesome Johnny Blaze if they ever just.
If they do
wanted
the
to run it.
original Johnny Blaze Ghost
He
Rider,
would be an awesome.
But
He has that look.
But rumor has it, like I said, it's so many Ghost Riders that they can go with any different one.
But I'm saying he just has that look.
He has Johnny Cage look. He does have that Johnny Cage look. But I think Ben Barnes is going to kill it as Jigsaw.
Oh, he's awesome. I thought he was amazing in
Westworld. Man.
He's probably one of the most underrated characters.
Well, he sort of flies below the radar. He does a lot of good supporting stuff.
And he sets up a lot of the exposition that goes on in that.
Yeah.
show.
Say it again.
Exposition. Are you trying to judge me?
I'm not.
Okay. Judge me on this read. Okay, so this portion of the show is brought to you by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Unleash Your Dopeness is a people empower movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside their fear and have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passion in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock our greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at KOGpassion.com. That's KOGpassion.com and use the coupon code DOPE for 10% off exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now. Sizes are selling out fast.
Check it out. And then this other trailer we have.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about Punisher.
You want to talk about Pusher?
Oh, that was literally it? Oh.
You talk about Pusher at the beginning of the show,
Yeah.
all through the
man.
show. I know you're excited.
I'm
Okay.
in love with this movie.
Okay,
Thank you. I
you.
love this trailer.
So this is Little.
This is like 13.
Jarvis,
13
don't be
going on 30.
grumpy. Don't
It's
be
like
a grumpy
13 going on
bump.
30. Do you agree?
Yes,
It has that
this is
vibe.
13 going on 30 and like other stuff. So this is Little, starring Issa Rae, Regina Hall, and the young girl from Blackish named Marcia Martin. This is hilarious. It's
I'm sorry.
It is basically like
Regina Hall.
no.
Regina Hall.
Yeah, you like her, that's it?
Ooh, that's
So basically the concept is Regina
she's
Hall.
almost 50. Right?
It's a
Regina Hall is like bossing it up, running her own company, but she's mean as hell, okay? She's mistreating her people, and Issa is her assistant.
Live-in assistant.
And I guess they
like.
had a kids' day at the job, and this one kid was like, why are you so mean? I grew up and made money, blah, 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 blah. And so she's told her, I wish you were little, so I'll put you in your place. And put a hex on that woman, and now she's woken up, and she's like maybe like 13 and not happy about it. It's hilarious.
I thought it was.
She got to go enroll in school. But what's beautiful is young Black Hollywood, because this girl is killing it.
Checkmate.
I love her personality.
Checkmate.
And
The hair is awesome.
the
hair is
black
awesome.
girl magic up and down this shit, okay? She's adorable. But and she's so powerful in who she is. You know, so
I like it from the standpoint, when I first saw this trailer, I liked it from the standpoint is you would typically see 5 to 10 years ago, this would have been an all-white cast easily. But the fact that they took they had the galls that we were just talking about with the dopeness gear, that they were able to just include a predominantly black cast and females at that, I really like it. That just shows that the change that is on the horizon for Hollywood, hopefully.
So, yeah.
Oh, and I like him. He played Aquaman on Smallville.
This scene right here is like
This is us
Did
now.
you watch
He was
the trailer
awesome.
before you watched?
Oh, he does play in that.
Well, no, he was Green Arrow.
Yeah, he was Green Arrow. He was awesome. He's
No,
way
I
better than
watched
Robin
the trailer.
Bell. What did you say?
I'm sorry, I just saw some in the trailer that did not sit well with me.
Oh,
Is that Luke? Is that Luke?
What?
James?
the little Fortnite
It's
dance?
pretty disturbing.
Is that Luke James? Oh God.
What's disturbing?
He was some of the little Fortnite dancing. All the kids.
That
were doing.
bothers you?
Oh, that bothers you?
That bothers me.
Everybody be hitting that dance. Don't be a hater.
Now, I'm excited because I always loved her on Blackish.
Oh yeah, she's awesome.
She's like,
They all kill it on Black.
All the kids. kill
but
it.
she's a standout, and I just love the
honestly.
fact. Like honestly, the headlining for this movie is her and Issa Rae, and the guy who plays the school teacher.
And that's good enough right there.
And Regina Hall is just like,
A
she's
secondary
doing her
character.
thing. But she also has a movie coming out. And she has a lot of stuff coming
Well,
out.
she got a show out on Showtime with Don Cheadle.
Yep.
oh, that
Black Monday. Or
Black
something?
Monday.
Yeah.
But you know what? Regina Hall was just like that in Girls Trip. She was kind of the back character. She was supposed to be the center focus, but she kind of fell behind Queen Latifah and Tiffany Haddish.
But the
and
thing
Jada
about
Pinkett.
her that I like as an actress and everything that she does, she may not be the lead, but you remember her.
She doesn't have to be the star.
She doesn't
For
have
her-
to
I
be
love
the star.
it. I love it.
You
The
know.
fact that she was what movie was that with Terrence Howard and oh my god, Best Man when she was the stripper on there, and I was just like, I remember telling Shantae, I said, man, I thought she was a bad stripper, and I was like, the fact is she's playing lead roles now shows you as how we have advanced in society.
and came back
that
as
we're
his
not
wife
gonna
in the Best Man Holiday.
Exactly, we're not going to typecast these women anymore. I love it, man.
But she did that after she did
Progress.
what was it? The spoof movies. The spoof.
No, she
when
did that after. She did that after the spoof movies
Yeah.
came after that.
Oh, they
Yeah.
came after that.
That launched her
But this
career
is-
because I remember
this
seeing
is
her on
coming
there.
out. I want to say in March or April.
Oh, perfect! It's gonna get that money. It's gonna get that.
And the trailer just dropped today.
I wish it came out around Valentine's Day.
And
That'd
I'm
been
telling
awesome.
you,
Yeah.
it's, and I may be
'Cause
wrong.
Will Packer's movies do better.
That's Will Packer.
Yeah.
Oh.
But this, I'm excited
Yeah.
about this.
Oh,
I'm
now
excited.
I'm getting the doubt because I
Right.
hate Will Packer, man.
Like,
Why are you getting doubt? Yeah,
I'm
April
just-
12th.
I'm not a.
He's
I'm
one
not
of those
a-
Derek Jaxley kind of guys.
He's like a Tim Daly, if you remember Tim Daly back in the day, and the
Well, you liked Girls Trip. You liked Think Like a Man, didn't you?
No.
I think Like a Man is terrible. I think that's one of the most forced movies I've ever seen in my life. I
But that's another one that was made before.
Yeah,
And
they
it was
should-
an all-white cast
they-
with Helen Hunt and Mel Gibson.
They forced that movie.
Wait, you mean what women want?
But I'm saying Think Like a Man is like almost the same thing, isn't it?
No.
Think like no. Think
Think Like a
a
Man's from the Steve Harvey book.
I'm thinking of the one that came out recently with
Oh, you
Taraji
talking
P.
about-
Henson.
That's what men want. Yeah, that's the flip first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that movie. I enjoy that movie better than that one right there that you said with Taraji. I like that one better. But yeah, we'll see. Will Packer just kind of,
Yeah.
Girls Trip was cool. It was cool. I appreciate what it is, but I like these actors, so I'll give him another shot. Maybe he's starting to get better.
Yeah.
Maybe.
See, that's
he's
what I
getting
mean. You
better.
already had you was all excited about it. You was cheering it on.
Because it's just like with M. Night Shyamalan, just a few people that leave you, that kind of embed in you this bad taste.
Their
but-
movies have a certain flow.
Yeah.
And it's easy to pick up after a while.
So-
But I'll check you out still. I'll still go check it out, but I still
And Will
would just, I
Packer-
already would just have my notion. So
And his movies, Will Packer's movies, have a certain flow. They
Yeah.
all, like, honestly feel like they're in the same city around the corner from each other.
and
Yeah,
I'm
I
happy
feel what
that
you're
I know
saying,
this
though.
now, because if I went into the movie not knowing that and then watching the movie and I felt let down, I was like, man, this movie could have been better. And I felt like, oh, it's Will Packer. Maybe I could have get a little bit more kudos because I do not like Will Packer.
Talking about M. Night Shyamalan.
Wait, I got another side.
Oh, did y'all
note
see
as well.
Glass?
No, Glass
No.
is out next weekend.
Oh, I heard there was like a lot of premieres going on. That's why I was
Yeah, I didn't catch it.
didn't get that. Okay.
I may get my invite. I'm just joking.
No, you didn't.
But
get that.
speaking of the kids of Blackish, the little boy. To me, if they ever do a live action Miles Morales, that's who I want as Miles Morales.
Really?
Because he's got an Afro Latino look.
The younger little boy?
Yeah. The hair.
Jack can't sell me.
I can't see it.
Jack can't sell me on nothing.
I can't see it.
I can. Easily.
Jack. Just,
I don't think he's
Jack's
strong
just-
enough yet for something like that.
Yeah, he don't even look old. Like he don't. If you want to,
Miles ain't old though. He gets his powers younger than Peter Parker.
but it
I
based
still
and
can't
also
see.
coming off the Into the Spider-Verse, it was just how he was, and he was kind of like freshman and high school kind of sophomore. I don't
see.
Jack
Maybe
ain't
in a
pulling that
few
off.
years.
Jack is too small. Jack is way too small. Because if you see him in person, he's
What?
way smaller than that when you think he is on the show.
just wait a year. Like,
Even in a year, I still think he's just way too small, in my opinion. Because
Because-
I saw him at the All-Star game.
because
When he
here's
came
the
down
reason why they don't like casting black boys in most of anything. They all shoot up too high.
I mean, I'll take a. Black,
I hear what
I'll
you're
take a black
saying.
kid. I'll take a
So, like I
black
said,
kid.
let's see how he grows, and then see how it looks.
And then his acting is just like in the show. Just
I've been hearing like negative reviews about Glass.
I'm fine with it because I always thought it was. I was like, so watching Unbreakable.
Like
it's like
the
Mr.
big
Glass
disappointment.
Mr. Glass wanted to be the arch nemesis to
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Willis' character, so I'm guessing he's trying to persuade the beast to fight him or whatever. I just like, I don't see that.
I mean,
I can see it.
I can see it.
I can see it.
But I'm like, I don't want to see that. That just doesn't interest me because I didn't. I mean, the Beast character was okay in Split. I mean, I thought Split was a cool movie.
Okay.
I like Jim. What's his name? Not Jim.
James
McAvoy.
Or
I
Jim.
like
You
him,
call
but
him
I
Jim.
mean, I just don't see it. When he told me, when he finally came out with the news that all this is going to connect, I was just like, okay, that's cool. I just in a world where I have Aquaman and Into the Spider-Verse and all these other stuff going on,
I think it's gonna surprise you.
seeing
I
this
think, it's, I
dialed
think
down.
it's cool.
But I've heard, like you said, negative reviews. I've heard from the people that I really respect. Their reviews knock this movie, and they say the same thing that I said. And I was like, oh, I feel like that's a problem. It's like releasing Kick-Ass. When they released Kick-Ass, it was just like, oh, well, you just okay, that's cool. It's like I'd rather go watch half the superhero stuff on CW and Netflix, really. And that's the problem to me.
You know what? That's not well. Most people, like I said, most people want that mainstream. A lot of comic book stuff. A lot of people don't realize how much comic book stuff doesn't get mainstream that gets made.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the that's the thing we're starting to see now. A lot more independence and stuff like that. We know about Marvel. We know about DC. A few people know about Image. Like a lot of people didn't even realize for a long time that The Walking Dead was a comic book.
Mm-hmm.
Like heck,
An ongoing comic book at that.
right.
Yeah.
But see, that's my problem with it too. I think because it's ongoing, there's no end to that show. They're running out of stuff
that
to
show
do.
is
Well, they're gonna
Lord.
end it though. So
But
Lord.
the show he got on Outcast on Cinemax, that's from Robert Kirkman. That's actual ongoing comic book that works with the show.
Oh, that's pretty dope. That's a dope concept.
I
So-
think they probably did the whole Walking Dead thinking it would have an end because the hype helped the comic when we
Like to me, when you do a series, I like what George Martin does, or like what J.K. Rowling did when they first started doing Harry Potter movies. She went up and told the one who passed away, Snape.
Uh-huh.
She told him the ending.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, and that's what made him do the movie.
Nice.
George R. Martin already told the two showrunners how Game of Thrones ends.
And that's why they construct what they construct now.
Right.
And that's why he's probably not gonna ever finish it.
Oh, God. That dude takes his time. He collect them
So,
checks.
I think
He eating good, man.
I think that
George
works
Martin,
when
we ain't
you
worried
know
about-
your end.
Yeah.
I think that works better instead of just
you can build it.
ongoing. The only thing that does decent with that, and I have to say, because they still do pretty good, is Supernatural.
I like how you said that. Is if you know the end goal, that it's everything else you can kind of plug in and feel. 'Cause
You
that's what
know,
works with
you
the Marvel.
know where to put everything.
That's what works with the Marvel. I'm pretty sure they know
Like-
the end goal. So when they get like X-Men and Fantastic,
Right.
they can kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
we can change
Yeah.
this up and fit it in here.
and
That's
the problem
just
with
the
DC
same goal.
is they're constantly doing course
and
correction.
that's the problem. I agree.
Yeah.
I give you that.
Yeah.
That's the problem with
I
DC.
agree with that.
I agree with that.
Because think about it, when they originally announced their slate of movies, by now we should have had the Green Lantern Corps, we should have had the Flash, and we should be just now getting Cyborg movie.
This is what I'm going to defend the DC about on one accord. Marvel has spoiled us for that whole connectivity thing that they do with their movies and intertwine. And okay, I didn't get this really explain this movie. They can explain it later on. Blah blah blah. with DC, it's just like if I look at their movies as just like solo just acts, like if I could just chop off the fat and just give me just this movie as what it is, Aquaman is a better singularity film than the majority of stuff I've seen in the comic book realm. And that was the thing I enjoyed with it. It didn't feel like it had to be connected. The same thing with Wonder Woman. If that third act did not suck in Wonder Woman, it would have been even way more phenomenal. But the thing about Aquaman was
Right, that third act.
same with the thing about Aquaman was it was connected barely to a touch to Justice League, but it was just felt like its own contained story, and that's what bogs down a lot of the Marvel movies. That's why I knocked those movies.
And let me correct myself. It's not DC. It's mostly Warner Brothers making these decisions. It's not really DC.
Oh yeah, it is. It's Warner Brothers. You know,
Just like honestly,
they have to protect their interests.
For Batman vs Superman, to me, to say, all right, well, we're gonna base it off of Man of Steel. That was not the plan. That wasn't the planned sequel for Man of Steel. So for them to do this to me showed, well, we want to connect our movies. Let's course correct.
And that's what DC. And that's
the problem with DC.
And that's where Warner Brothers basically fucked themselves because they had Man of Steel where they could have let it do its own thing.
They've had 4 different heads. Mm-hmm. They've changed constant bosses.
Nonstop.
But this is, and like you said, I'm going to say this, it's always been a glowing thing because Man of Steel came out in 2013, meaning that it was being worked while Marvel was pumping out that thing. So when they saw the Avengers work and make all that money, they were like, oh, we need to do this. And they rushed the process.
Instead of sticking.
And that's why they messed up. And I always said, yeah, that's their
But
drawback.
I mean, they messed up from the second movie, from Batman vs Superman.
Oh, that movie, like.
That movie was messed up. Because, like, one, they didn't build enough interest in Superman to kill him off.
Oh, you see how we go on a comic book tangent? Man, we need a comic book show.
That's why I get quiet. I'm like, hey, Tom.
You not a comic book?
I am, but
you got to dip and dab. I'm dipping and dabbing in your film.
Yeah.
And then, confession, the reason I really hated Batman vs Superman the most, I have the comic book where Superman dies by Doomsday. And I have the Rise of the Fourth Superman, the Cyborg,
Did you
Steel,
watch?
Superboy, and the Eradicator.
And this is when I endorse the animated DC universe
easy.
because they just attacked the death of Superman and coming out with the reign of Superman.
The rise of the Superman.
The reign of Superman is going to kill, and they're killing it. And I just think that
so
everybody
Clinton,
should
who
tune in.
is in front of you, who chimed in, he sent me a whole list of you need to watch all these animated. I'm like, what? You need to get up on your animated game.
With anime, I tell people all the time,
I watch anime.
you're fresh to tell the same type of stories that we would get from like stuff I watch on HBO and stuff like that. But you can do more with the scope of like a lot of the anime is just the action, and that's that's a draw point.
Honestly, I just watched the anime. I've watched the series My Hero Academia. I was surprised at how much I liked it.
See, it's some dope stuff out there, and if people would just remove, like, you remember how comic book movies had like a negative connotation for the longest, like, oh, it's cheesy, but after a while, it's like, oh, we can add some maturity to it. If you finally can get past looking at an animation movie and was like, oh, it's made for kids, and you like dial in and remove that, you'll have a damn good time. And you wouldn't watch half the bullshit like Empire and all these boo-boo ass shows that.
Some different stereotypes.
That's what I'm saying, but it's still cool. But it's still like you can have your stereotypes in there, but I can still appreciate what you're delivering to me in having those stereotypes.
Hey, one of the saddest movies I've ever watched is an anime. It's Grave for the Fireflies.
Elijah looked like he was about to pass out.
You saw that, huh?
It is one of the saddest.
Oh my God!
I saw it.
It is one of the saddest
Jesus.
movies you will ever watch. But it's beautifully sad though. It's not. It's a good story. It's about 2 kids that right after the bomb in Hiroshima.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Their parents are killed in the bomb, but
They're trying to survive.
they're trying to survive.
Can I ask y'all a question? Can we get sound drops for the show? Like a soundboard or something like that?
We've been trying to get that.
We need to do it because Elijah's would be just hilarious just to drop.
We can probably keep on going.
Custom soundboard?
Yeah.
Or no, just the look. Like I could just have a clip of you saying that, so when something bullcrap comes over, like
But let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
We can probably keep on talking for a while.
We probably should
Y'all
do a
enjoy
comic
it.
show
Y'all
just for
enjoy
y'all
our
that I
lives.
can stay home and not.
Well,
and not be a
we'll
part
probably do that with Endgame.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I'm about to go home and watch the Rockets. So hey, y'all come join in with me on the Fish and Grits for the Culture page, and let's get some conversation going.
You have a page?
I have a whole whole group page.
Cool,
for Fish and-
cool.
You
Oh,
can
and
get on there.
also,
I can add you in there.
yeah, you need to. And
It's a bunch of
also,
ignorance going on there.
I was a guest the other day on another podcast.
Okay, you
Pretty cool.
fancy.
I'm
Okay, you fancy,
huh?
Hey, did
Oh.
you promote Intermission?
I did. I
Hey,
promoted
worldwide.
Intermission.
favorite?
It's the Taco Brothers. They're cool. They're cool.
Taco?
Taco Brothers.
Taco
yeah.
Brothers. Oh, I thought you said Taco Brothers. I said that sounds
Go
good.
D and Smash, and then one's in Houston and one's I want to say in Tennessee. It was cool.
That's dope. That's
it was
dope.
cool.
Look
So
at this,
Ari
Intermission
invited them
worldwide.
on to be a guest because
Yeah.
they follow us.
Oh, well, that's beautiful.
They follow a lot of our shows.
And
so,
you
yeah.
can too follow us on all major platforms.
all major platforms. Cause we hot.
YouTube, watch us. We looking good up in here. Hey, fanning.
Yeah, crack that fan. Man, crack that door or something.
But yeah, man, we'll
That-
holler at y'all next week. It was great talking to y'all. Peace. You stay classy, San Diego.